this morning about the work Ivan's putting in on the defensive side. For him to be able to do that, but also do that, does that say about what he's capable of right now?
He can hit. He can really hit. He puts together incredible at-bats, rarely swings and misses. It just takes a professional at-bat, man. But those were 3 really, really good swings. So happy to see that out of him. Clubhouse is absolutely loving it right now. So very positive day.
For the 7th inning to kind of turn the way it did is to play first base, it doesn't get maybe the grand slam happens, but then for you all to immediately fire back from
that's what I've really liked about our club is they're not giving in. Even if you think about yesterday, it was a frustrating loss, but you go down 3 in extra innings and you come back and put the 3 spot on. Couldn't overcome it the second time, but I just like the overall fight. And then, that game turned pretty quickly. It's a huge blow. You got your number 1 on the mound, and that happens, and the guys answered back immediately. So they're picking each other up, which is a big part of this. So.
Herrera's still only 24. Do days like this lead you to think about what he can become, what he can be in the lineup every day?
Absolutely. He's a confident kid regardless of how it's going. He just carries himself that way. And he's hit his whole career, and he's doing it against some of the best here. So no one knows what that ceiling looks like, but it's high. Yeah.
He said the other day that he's at his best when his head is uncomplicated. And he goes up there with no thoughts, just listening to salsa music, his walk-up. Can you touch on how he does kind of see, I know it's difficult, but how he does kind of make it simple?
He keeps it simple, yeah. If you get to know Herrera, simple is better, and the dude could hit, yeah.
Oli, you mentioned the clubhouse and how they're reacting to it. Probably no one knows better how much work he's doing on the other side of the ball than that group. How does that feed into what they celebrate offensively?
Yeah, they know this is the group we're going to have, right? And they're wanting each other to get better and build something that can last. And they know him being able to do that is a big part of it. Him being able to stay in games longer is a big part of it. So whenever you have a day like this where you can build off of some positives, the guys are coming together really well. So, yeah.
For Mason and Wilson to get those first hits of the year and to have the role that they had today, just how good of a feeling is that for them?
A really good feeling, especially leading into an off day, and you get to kind of sit on that for a little bit, clear your head, and then go back at it. That was important for them. But you can see what the lineup looks like when those two contribute the way they did today. Mason with the base hit and then laying down that bunt. That's a big part of it. And him and Scott back to back, just adding pressure with their speed, and then Contreras taking better swings today as well. So those two guys can start contributing to their abilities, which that's coming, man. Both of them are good hitters. It can be a lot of fun to watch. It really can.
Talking to Brownie before the game, he talked about staying resilient with their routine. Is that what you've been saying from guys like Mason Wilson, Contreras, staying in it and staying team players? Yeah,
and then just the hitters meetings that these guys have every day, there's just a really positive togetherness to it. They have each other's back regardless of if it's going well or not, and every day it's its own day, and they're approaching it that way. But the work prior to pitch number 1 has been really, really good.
The team goes 4-2 on its first homestand, played 6 very competitive
Yeah.
baseball games. If you had to choose a takeaway or a perspective to take away from this opening homestand, what would it be?
Man, style of play, just aggressive, and the guys are picking each other up regardless of what's going on. We've had some tough blows, and you see guys just continuing to get after it. So just the overall style of play is what sticks out to me. It's a good way to play the game. Yeah.
One pitch aside, what you make from the efficiency you got from Sonny today on the day where
Man, we needed it. You had Helsley down, Fernandez down, Roycroft down, didn't want to use Matz. You were in a really tough spot where you didn't want to use a whole lot of these guys for multiples either, like Maton. So that's where you want him to try to get through that on his own and then use a couple guys to finish that game. But I thought he did a really nice job. I hate it for him that one swing tags him for those runs because he pitched his ass off the whole game. So he's a competitor. He'll bounce back from that. But man, he looked really, really good. Velo was up to 94. He was landing everything. Slider was good. It was a positive day for him.
Did you guys give Herrera any grief when he almost went out too early for the next inning.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Only to just close out the homestand like this. What does a win like this kind of do for you guys in the road for the first time?
Yeah, especially after the last two where you play extras and you come up short. It was a must-win, and the guys approached it that way. They got after it and didn't give in at all, regardless of what was going on. So we needed this one in order to leave here feeling good about our homestand. They took two from us, but they were well fought. So.